Hey, it's Dr. Ariel Policano here to help you to get started with your Genius. Now, one of the things you're going to want to do, which is really, really cool, is bring everything that's on your Infinity over to your Genius. And it's totally possible. It's just going to take a few steps. Some of the steps are a little bit tedious, so I'm going to take you through each of them. So go ahead and get a cup of tea and come back here and be ready to go for it. You're also going to need a pen and a piece of paper in order to do this. So when you go into your Genius, you're going to see existing database backup. If you have an existing client database on Dropbox, would you like to import your client files now? Now we are going to do that momentarily. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this device offline for just a second, if I can. And of course, it's not cooperating. Okay, so we'll leave this little guy on here, no problem. And we'll actually turn our attention to, switch these around. Let's, oh, that's better. Let's turn our attention, see if I can do it the other way. Perfect. Okay, this is great. So we're going to turn our attention to our Quantum Infinity. So you'll go into your Infinity just like I did. And you're going to go to the Customize section. So we're going to go right through that swirl, right to the Customize categories. The very first thing that you're going to do is find out your own serial number. To do this, go to the upper right and hit the Import button. Write this down on a piece of paper. So take a couple of minutes and make sure you write down and be really careful about all the different digits. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that, then come back and we will work on all of this. Okay, so hopefully you've had the opportunity now to go ahead and take care of that. I'm going to hit cancel here, and now I want you to go to the top right and hit the export button. Even before you do this, you'll need to have one of your very own categories. So you'll need to create a personal category if, in fact, you've gotten all of your categories in the past from me. Now, let me back up even further, and you may want to take a little break here, is after you've gotten your serial number, make sure you're signed into your own personal Dropbox. So go out of the Infinity for a moment, check your Dropbox. You may be logged into my Dropbox or someone else's Dropbox if you've been receiving panels from me or exchanging panels with someone else. So please go to Settings and choose Sign Out from Dropbox. I actually am in my own Dropbox, so I'm going to stay there. Okay, so you've got that. You're signed into your Dropbox. Now we go back here, and I want you to create your own category. So I did a sample one here. I just created one called Category Test, and then I just created some random frequency Test 1. If you don't know how to create your own category, please refer to my video on YouTube called Create a Customized Category and search along with my name, Ariel Policano, and you'll see it pop up. Now what we want to do is export this category. So hit the Export button. Type in any combination of letters and numbers. So I just want you to go ahead and, for ease, use Test 101. And go ahead and I did this before, so I'm just for this, you use Test 101 or Test 102. I need to do this so I can show you because I did this video once before. All right, so now I'm going to need to type in my serial number. So make sure you type in your serial number. All 16 digits have to be exact. So be sure that you check your work here and make sure you've gotten everything. There are no zeros in these serial numbers, so they will always, there are only zeros and there are no O's. So you'll only find that there are zeros. Don't worry about being a letter O. Typically the letters that we see are A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, so now I'm going to hit OK, and it's going to send your entire Dropbox eventually as soon as we point the Dropbox in the right direction. So right now we just need to point the Dropbox in the right direction so that it's not associated with my Dropbox where you may have received customized categories. So I'm going to type in my name here and then my password. All right, so just get that password in there. And it says you've uploaded the list to your Dropbox. So now go ahead, go out of the Infinity, go into your Dropbox, and go into all the way back at Files, go into Apps, go into Quantum Life, and go down and look for that test category. So you can see 2 hours ago I put in test 101. Here I put in test 102. So it is there, and it now is associating this Dropbox. So now when I back up my database, it will only back up the database to my personal Dropbox, and that's been really causing people some issues. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning of the Infinity. In fact, if you want to, you can just hit the home button here. And now go tap on Client Records. Your client records come up. Go to the bottom right and go ahead and hit Backup. This is going to take a few minutes, and it should say Dropbox Export in Progress. So this is a bit of a tedious process. Remember, you have to be in your own Dropbox to begin with. You have to send a category to yourself first. That's why you need your serial number. You create your own category in order to export it to yourself. Will you ever use that category? No, you won't. It's just a test category. It points the Dropbox in the right direction. Eventually you're going to see a sign here that says, there we go, alert, you've backed up your entire database. Hit OK. Now, I'm just going to do this on a different program, but normally you would go into your Genius, obviously, probably from the same device. Here, I'm just going to switch this for the ease of this presentation. Everything is associated by Dropbox, so it really doesn't matter if I'm on a different device as I am here. So when you go into your Genius, we can even, we could go out of here, but when you go into your Genius, you're going to see this prompt, Existing Database Backup, as I said to you before. Go ahead and choose OK. So now it's going to ask me to sign in. So I need to sign in once again to my Dropbox. And once this is done, it's really, really great because you're going to have all of your categories and you're going to have all of your clients now from your Infinity onto your Genius. So it's worth the effort. And I'll just go ahead and get the password in there. Takes a couple of minutes to restore it. And again, this is way worth it because you're able to obviously use both of these programs, or you may want to switch over to the Genius. All of that is now available to you. You need to have a good internet connection in order for this to happen. And it looks like it's done. Let's go ahead and check. And yep, everything is here. And the next thing you'll want to do is just choose a random client. I'll just choose the AAA client. We're going to skip right here. And so hit the skip button so you can go right inside the program. Go ahead and hit cancel. And now go to your navigation. Your navigation is always at the upper right here of the program. And go ahead and select libraries. Now you can see all of my libraries. These are the ones that I've created personally on the left side, and these are the ones that these are the ones that are shared. So let's go back here. I've created these personally, so they came in. If you've purchased my categories, you're going to see them on the right under shared. And what you need to do is you need to associate them with a particular client. So every time you want to establish them, you are going to need to hit Add to Client. Now you could select very particular ones you know you're going to run every time with that client, or you can add more as you go along. So here I'm going to hit Add to Client, and I should be able to do this import down here, and this should actually do all of them. Okay, so that's it for this video. Good luck importing all of your libraries, and I'll see you back here soon. Take care.